Hello, I'm Kelly, and this is Kelly's Wordy Reactions. So, today I am coming to you to talk to you about the update in the Diddy trial. So, on today, May 9th, 2025, which was supposed to be the finalization of the jury selection process in his trial, we are finding out that the jury selection process has been postponed. So let's go over here to The Guardian. I'm going to be using this article from The Guardian to let you know what has happened. All right, so final phase of jury selection in Sean Diddy Combs' ex trafficking trial postponed. Judge accepted requests from Combs's attorneys due to concerns that jurors might drop out over the weekend. So that's interesting and odd because I'm pretty sure that, this is not the first time that they've had to go from a Friday to start the trial on Monday. It doesn't, there's something missing there. So let's see what they're saying. The final phase of jury selection for the racketeering and sex trafficking trial of the hip hop mogul Sean Diddy Combs has been postponed to Monday. In a ruling on Friday morning, Judge Arun Subramanian was who is presiding over the case in New York, decided that jury selection will now wrap up on Monday morning due to concerns that juries might drop out over the weekend if the panel was finalized on Friday as originally planned. Combs's defense team had requested the delay, but prosecutors had opposed the postponement. So when the jury selection resumes on Monday morning, a pool of 45 prospective jurors will be narrowed to 12 jurors and 6 alternates. This final phase is expected to last less than an hour, with opening statements set to follow afterwards. Okay, so the trial is, going down starting on Monday, but they are finalizing on Monday as well. All right, we'll continue on. Jury selection began on this past Monday. Nearly 100 potential jurors were questioned this week to assess their ability to be fair and impartial. Combs, 55, was arrested in September and faces charges of racketeering, conspiracy, trafficking, and transportation to engage in institution. So I'm reading this way because this is, YouTube read. All right. So he has been in custody since his arrest and has pleaded not guilty to all the charges and has denied all allegations against him. So, if convicted on all counts, Combs faces a mandatory minimum of 15 years in prison and could remain behind bars for life. And this is federal prison, right? So, this is, a real 15 years or a real life sentence. Prosecutors allege that Combs used his fame, power, and expansive business empire with help of aides and associates to engage in or attempt to engage in a variety of crimes over several decades, including trafficking, kidnapping, forced labor, arson, bribery, enticement to engage in prostitution, and obstruction of justice. The indictment alleges that Combs directed so-called freak-offs, which are described as rugged up, these words, y'all. Substance, which are described as substance-filled nights of play with a whole bunch of people, right? So allegedly arranged with help from Combs's associates, in which women were allegedly forced to have ex with male ex-workers while Combs filmed them. Combs' lawyers have said that the prosecutors are trying to criminalize uh, sexual activity between consenting adults, asserting that any group X was consensual. So this is what Combs' lawyers say. Anytime you saw that going on, it was all consensual. So the trial is expected to feature testimony from at least 3, possibly 4 accusers, according to routers, however that's pronounced. And then, however, earlier this week, prosecutors informed the court that one of the alleged victims, referred to as Victim 3, in court documents may not testify after all due to difficulties reaching her lawyer. As of Friday morning, it remained uncertain, that's today, it remained uncertain whether Victim 3 will take the stand. My goodness. Okay, so that concludes the article. Do we have comments on this article? Darn. This is an article without comments. I would love to know what the comments are saying. But unfortunately, this is an article without comments. All right, y'all. Well, that's all I have for right now. I'm going to be peeking throughout the internet today to see if anything else comes up. So they're saying that the Victim 3 can't reach her attorney. Wow, that's it, or his, they didn't say if it's him or male or female, but they are not able to reach his or her attorney. So very, very, very interesting. All right, y'all, I'm going to let you go. Like I said, if I get anything else, I will come back and share it here so that I can continue to keep people that come to my platform updated on the occurrences in the Diddy trial. And so I thank you so much for popping in, and I will be back as soon as I have anything else. Thank you. Bye-bye.